what being a teacher is all about. My first expectations of being a teacher was very optimistic, but after doing my teaching practice experience, I was even more excited to become a teacher. It must be said, teaching is a lot more hard work than I originally thought. My original consensus was that teaching was just standing in front of a class and talking for 30 minutes, but in reality, it consists of much more work. You have to do admin, planning, coaching, and dealing with disciplinary matters. My vision board mostly lived up to what I experienced, although I envisioned myself as a fun, loving teacher. But in reality, teachers have to be very cautious with being fun-loving, as the learners may take advantage of your kindness. Rather, you should find balance between being strict and fun-loving. My SEL campaign name was Preventing Crime, Creating Futures. The main aim of the campaign was to create a safe learning environment for students in disadvantaged areas. The mission is to remove crime within the schools by tackling the problem head on and implementing a new mindset among those learners to ensure they do not fall victim to their circumstances. The campaign strives to eradicate gang mentality among the students and to assist them however they need to ensure they have a bright future. The school I did my teaching practice experience at was Bellville North Primary School. During my teaching practice, I had some positive and negative experiences. The positives by far outweighed the negatives. The only negative experience I had was the early time I had to be at school, which was around 6:30 a.m. The positive experience include being able to teach a lot of classes. Because the taxi striking made it impossible for a lot of teachers to come into school, they asked me to teach full classes on my own. The school where I did my teaching practice was the exact same school I currently coach rugby and cricket at. This was very fun to do as well. My rugby team beat the Tiger Primary School 10-0 in the last week I was there, and that was the first time the team had beat the Tiger in 20 years, which was very memorable. I also got the ability to become good friends with my fellow teachers, and we remain in close contact till this day. Being able to learn and experience the different children and to be a mentor to them was by far the most positive experience. We created memories that will last us a lifetime. During my teaching practice visit, I learned how to manage a classroom effectively and how to do all the admin that comes with being a teacher. I learned how to better resolve conflict between learners and how to ensure both parties end up happy. My overall experience with the staff and learners were mostly positive. I loved to get to learn the different children and their individual personalities. I made very good friends with my fellow teachers and we get along greatly. I learned a lot from them and they were very supportive as well as informative. The school environment was very fun. The school I was at has a great staff that genuinely cares about the children and the children about them. That made for a very positive teaching practice experience. I had a multitude of formal lessons which I had to teach. A lot of them I had to do on my own because of teachers not being able to make it in. The lesson I enjoyed most was the hot air balloon lesson I had to do with the grade 4s. I taught them about the historical significance of the hot air balloon, how it worked and how people used to steer them. At the end of the lesson, I showed the class YouTube videos of hot air balloons. I'm very grateful for the school and the ability they provided me with to better understand what being a teacher is all about. I will definitely remember my teaching practice experience as something positive, and I can't wait to go again next year.